Good afternoon and welcome here to Taylor University here on the campus, to Turner Stadium on the campus of Taylor University. For today's women's soccer matchup between the Concordia Cardinals and the Taylor Trojans. Both teams come in with 3-1 overall records. The Trojans winners last week here against CCU. And Concordia coming in off of arguably their biggest win in program history, defeating Crossroads League
and Power Spring Arbor at Spring Arbor earlier this week by a 1-0 final. It snapped a 62 home match win streak for the Cougars of SAU. So Concordia comes in riding a lot of momentum. In the goal is Anna Roman. Corner kick far side will bounce around, and Taylor unable to come up with it. And here comes a quick counter from the feet of Concordia. Samantha Goldchuck near side. She'll pass it back to the middle where it came from, and Kendra Lewis will try to track it down on the far side of the field as Concordia shoots on the goal to our right there in black. Rena Williams, one of the starters on the back line for Taylor, steps in and knocks it away from Lewis, and she'll turn it up the far side of the field to her fellow captain, Hannah Davis. A couple nice little tight passes in tight space. Stropich end line across from us. She and Williams are there. It goes off of Stropich, and it'll be a Taylor goal kick. Good crowd here on hand on this Saturday afternoon. It was very cool this morning, about 60 degrees when we started streaming the tennis matches for Taylor when they took on Marion, but it heated up a lot ever since the sun rolled out around noon or so. Megan Williams in the goal for Taylor. She has started all 4 contests for the Trojans, but has been subbed out at halftime for Lauren Camerano. That is by design, as the Trojans try to solidify their starter before league play starts here in a few weeks. Williams for the Trojans, 5 saves, 1 goal allowed. The Trojans have outscored their opponents 13-2 this season and have only suffered 1 loss here in 2019. Concordia, meanwhile, 7 goals to only 3 allowed, 19 points for the Cardinals this year. And again, Anna Roman, their starter. She has started all 4 games, 3 goals allowed, 30 saves, so she has seen 3 times as many shots as the 2 Trojan keepers, Williams and Camerano, have this year. Taylor from right to left in white, purple numbers, gold trim. Waltz a quick throw in near sideline to Tevens, trying to get to the end line and turn the corner. She'll try to dink it off of her defender and maybe play it out of bounds. She'll take the ball back and send it back in on the service of the box. Almost cleared away by Concordia, not clear enough, or not clean enough, I should say. Dempsey will hold it in with her right hip for Taylor near the center circle. Volleying it into the air will be Stropich. Overrunning it is Riley Massey, and trying to press it forward is Goldchuck for Concordia, but Hannah Waltz steps in front of the Concordia pass, and Taylor will turn things up the near side. Here's Lindley, too, who scored a dynamic goal the last time the Trojans were on this field against Cincinnati Christian, but her small pass is turned away. Now Torrens' pass intercepted by Lentz as it went right to her foot. A middle-of-the-field pass as Putnam rotates away. Back into the box, and the keeper, Roman, who will left foot one softly out of the box. Unable to head it away, then volleying it high in the air will be the Concordia back line. Waltz was right there with Goldchuck. It went off of Goldchuck's back shoulder, but she tried to turn up the field. The ball went back down behind her, and Waltz tried to play it forward for TU. A couple steps across midfield. Long ball through by Ron. Deflected away, but held in by Stropich of Concordia. Stropich with an assist this year, as Putnam has it almost taken away by Jordan Lehman, who gets to start in the midfield here this afternoon. Her 3rd start here of 2019. And a long one sent all the way up the far side of the field, out of play. And Concordia will have a throw-in from their defensive half. Stolen by Tevens in the middle. She'll slip it up to Claudio near side. Has got some space to work inside the box. Left-footed pass to the far side. Too far for anyone to get to as it rolls across the end line, but a dangerous chance from two of the stellar sophomores for Taylor, Tevens and Claudio, who are the two youngsters on the attacking line for Taylor today, joined out there by the senior captain Hannah Davis on the right wing. Roman, the keeper, will not take the goal kick. It looks like it'll be Putnam. Two shouldering her way in, able to deflect the ball down to her teammate Claudio for Taylor. And the orange soccer ball rolls out along the near sideline. Here comes Waltz to throw it in. Game Day braids in for 16 in white. She'll heave it to the end line, too far for Claudio to get to. And it'll roll out of play with Ron watching it, and another goal kick will come the way here for Concordia, making Madeline Mueller the one who will take the goal kicks here today for the Cardinals. No score, just about 6 minutes into the opening half. And no shots from either side just yet. A couple dangerous opportunities, one for each side. Concordia had that long run a couple minutes in to the half so far, but could do nothing with it as the pass was a little bit off target, and that allowed Taylor to slide back into things defensively. Here's a turnover right in the middle of the field, attacking half for Concordia. Ball slips on through. Waltz and Williams will check up. That's Raina Williams. They let Megan Williams, the keeper, no relation, pick it up inside the penalty area, and she'll boot it back into play. Tevens lets it bounce off the turf, trying to redirect it with her foot before it's cleared away by Mueller across from us on the sideline. Concordia was outshot 18-3 in that win over Spring Arbor earlier this week. Again, it was the first loss for Spring Arbor. Had a 62 home match win streak. The first loss in almost 5 years for one of the top teams, not just in the Crossroads League, but in the NAIA as well. They've won a couple of national titles, have the Spring Arbor women's soccer program, a couple runner-up finishes as well. And Bethany Balser graduated. She was been the top player in the league for the better part of her career. She's now playing professional soccer. She also recently got a call-up, did Balser, to go to participate in a training camp for the U.S. women's national team. Taylor wants a foul on the far side, will not come, as Victoria Tenzi took the ball away from Taylor's Hannah Davis. Lehman picks up a loose ball near midfield. Torin tried to slip away from a defender. Long pass in, volleyed back up across the midline by Mueller. Lewis will knock it down with the side of her foot. And then retreating and sending it back from harm is Mackenzie Ron. Raina Williams trying to usher Goldchuck out of the way. She's successful in doing so. And plays it back to the freshman Hannah Dempsey. But a pass to no one will roll out of play. And Concordia will throw it in along the near sideline. Cardinals in black jerseys and shorts with black socks, red numbers and red letters trimmed in white. Taylor in the home white uniforms with purple numbers in the gold trim. Purple letters on the front of that jersey as well. A long pass all the way up, finds the toe of Tevens, touches it away from one defender, too far, but it's clear to the near side. Here comes Claudio trying to pick it up, but she will for Taylor. Left side, Claudio overruns it, hits the brakes, almost did the splits. Her pass to the middle will be sent away by Concordia. Torin circling in, volleys it back up towards Claudio. Soft pass to the middle, took a big careen off of Lehman's foot. She'll try to work it on back to Danielle Torin, but Allison Lentz will steal it away for Concordia. Taylor shooting on the goal to our left. Claudio trying to pivot away from trouble, could not, but Waltz comes in to scoop up the loose ball for Taylor. Running to the end line on the near side of the field. Her centering pass is deflected away by Mackenzie Ron of Concordia. Here comes the second corner kick of the afternoon for the home team. It'll be Aaron Tevens out of Wheaton Academy in Illinois to take the corner from the near side of the field. It'll come in to the right of the catcher, Roman. Off the head of Torin to the end line, away from the far side post. Rolls away, and it'll be another goal kick to be taken by the defender, Mueller. A big weekend for Taylor Athletics as our last three fall sports have gotten underway. Men's and women's cross country had two strong second-place showings last night. Football kicks off the 2019 season this afternoon in Robert Morris. And after today, every fall sport will have played at least one contest during the regular season. Davis maneuvering on the right side of the field. A little touch back in from Lehman. Davis trying to put her toe in there and trying to take it away from Tenzie, but Tenzie was the one to come away with it. Massey knocks her player down, and a whistle is blown, and the violation will be called against whom? It'll go against Concordia as Massey pops right back to her feet. It was Stropich who got tangled up with Massey, and Riley will send it in from the far side of the field. A skip and a drive in with the right foot. Leaping in, headed on wide of the near side post. Torin or two were the ones there for the Trojans, as Taylor has ramped up the offensive intensity here in the last few moments. No score, just over 10 minutes have expired here in this opening half between Taylor and Concordia. Both teams come in 3-1 on the year. Ron throws it in for Concordia, right at the feet of her teammate Golchuk, but Lindley, too, takes it away for Taylor. Two dances and pirouettes away. Now she can create on the near side of the field. She'll continue to dance away from players. Leads Lehman to the top of the box. The pass just a hair too far. Waltz throws her right foot in front of the pass. She'll left foot it back to Hannah Dempsey. Dempsey, one of 4 Trojan players with the first name of Hannah. Here's Hannah Waltz. 3 of them on the field right now in Waltz, Davis, and Dempsey. The other Hannah, Hannah Martinez, will come in as reserve here this afternoon. And that's what she's been most of the year. Has played in all 4 contests for TU, making 1 start. Throw in, headed away off of the noggin of Danielle Torin. And Concordia will throw it in along the near sideline just in front of their own bench with Mackenzie Ron having the honor. No score, 2 shots in the contest so far. Taylor with both of them. And both from Danielle Torin. A deep throw in, good cutoff by Williams as she muscles her way in. Does a great job of boxing out Golchuk. And the Trojans, for all of Raina Williams' hard work, will get a goal kick from Megan Williams. The good news for all the Taylor faithful that are filling up the bleachers down below us, the press box provides a nice bit of shade, so they're out there cooking in the hot sun. It's about 10 degrees warmer than the 75 degrees or so in the air temperature when you're down on that turf. Right sideline, Hannah Davis versus Tenzie. End line, Davis trying to get there. She slipped, still got the ball into the box, but it's smothered up by the keeper Roman right before it could find the feet of the waiting Lindley 2, just inside the 6-yard box. Taylor again shooting on the goal to our left, Concordia on the goal to our right. And the keeper, Anna Roman, will punt this one back up to midfield. Almost goes off the side of Lehman's foot. Torin sends it up to her for Taylor. Again to the right side, and Davis trying to thread a ball through. Now it's dumped into the running Tevens. Right side of the box. Tevens a one-touch back. It goes off the inside of the post and ricochets back out as Claudio was streaking in, but the ball careened away from her, and Concordia dodges one early. We're still scoreless, but 2 takes it right back away in favor of Taylor. A foul call comes against Lindley 2. As some fans voice their disagreement with that foul call. And the ball deflects up into the hands of Taylor's Hannah Waltz. They might not know, but that one was pretty obvious. Oh, boys will be boys, right? Mackenzie Ron. They sure are a lively bunch down there. They also look like they have one of the Taylor players' photos duct taped onto a stick. We'll see if they can spin that around for us and give us a look at it. A line drive sent in right to Megan Williams as she comes off the line and makes the basket catch. So the free kick from Ron right to the arms of Williams. And she drives one well over midfield, took one hop, and now running over the defense. Now here comes Stevens, bringing it in. Right side of the box, Stevens sends it on, and it's right to the hands of Anna Roman for Concordia. First save of the afternoon for either keeper. But Stevens has gotten loose twice, and that was her best opportunity so far of the day as we just past 15 minutes played here in the first half. Raina Williams to the near side and Claudio knocking it down with her right foot. Ball rolling around in the middle of the field. Two trying to touch it away. Stevens lays it on back to Lehman. A good setup midfielder from the middle of the field. Lehman left footing it in. Could not thread it on through to Claudio, but it goes off of a Concordia foot and across the end line. And Taylor will get their third corner kick here of the opening half. All to be taken by 12 in white, Erin Stevens. Erin, the top point producer for Taylor, 2 goals, which is second on the team behind Claudio's 3. She leads the team with 3 assists. Cannot get number 4 here. The ball near the top of the box, and then sent out of trouble all the way up to the waiting Golchuk. Now she'll try to run away from Hannah Waltz as Raina Williams is back. Golchuk running away. Tried to step through was Williams. Golchuk still with it. Outside of the box, right side, goes back to her left foot, eludes Raina Williams, dancing with it. She'll have to lay it back to reinforcements. It's Kendra Lewis who can't get through the tackle of Raina Williams. And it looks like Raina's going to get called for going to get a yellow card issued here, and she will. And the Boo Birds start raining down from above. So the yellow card comes on Raina Williams. Clock stops at 28:43. Waltz tried to reach out and grab the back of the jersey of Golchuk, but she didn't get it. She kind of had her arm out, but didn't get enough of the jersey, and that let Golchuk keep going. And take this free kick 4 yards outside the box. It's going to be Kendra Lewis. No goals on the year, no assists, 2 shots. This one right into the wall, deflected away by Claudio, and then Raina Williams sends it out of trouble. Or away from trouble, I should say. Jordan Lehman kneeing it down up the near sideline, off of Stevens' foot and out of bounds. But it'll be a long throw in here for Concordia. And our head official will overrule things here, and Taylor will throw it in as Waltz runs in. It looked like from our vantage point it went off of Stevens' foot. And now Claudio trying to get the angle here. Her shorts were pulled. She runs through it to the end line, goes Claudio into the box and right on the turf. It's scooped up by Roman. Not a lot of juice on that service, on that pass from Claudio. She had a couple different players crashing into the middle. But again, Taylor has ramped things up offensively here. But a good header back to goal by Golchuk. Dempsey legging it out, and she'll come in and poke the ball away as Golchuk had her sights set on the goal. A quick throw in, knocking it down will be Lewis. But Lindley, too, takes it right away from her. And this one left-footed up to Claudio and out of play. And again, the Taylor faithful vehemently disagreeing with the calls here this afternoon. 2 on the near side of the field, dribbling up towards the midline. Taylor shooting on the goal to our left. A little pop pass up to Stevens. Trying to get away from the defender, shouldered away by Mueller. And then Concordia sends it all the way to the defensive end for Taylor. Raina Williams up to Torin. Left footing it deep over Stevens' head and all the way to the other end of the field. It'll be outside of the box, so Roman can't pick it up. But neither Stevens nor Claudio could get there. Roman will take it back into the box. And with Stevens about 10 yards away, she'll pick it up and punt it back into play. Hannah Martinez getting loose now, getting some last-minute instructions from Taylor head coach Scott Stan. Danielle Torin comes in. She'll take Lentz down to the turf. Third foul against Taylor here this afternoon. And it's a free kick for the Cardinals of Concordia. Over Massey's head, still loose in the top of the box. They try to find Golchuk. Dempsey clears it away right before Golchuk could circle it onto the goal. Martinez ready to come in, but a quick throw in by Tenzi will keep her on the sideline for the time being. Torin Far sideline for Taylor. Up to Lehman. Davis tried to work it up to her. Lehman's second touch too strong, and it's taken away by Concordia. Here come the Cardinals the other way. Clad in black this afternoon. Mueller to space near side. Intended for Ron. Too far for her. She almost went running into the Taylor bench. Here comes Hannah Martinez to go spell Claudio. So now Martinez will go to the midfield. And Lindley, too, will move up to the center forward position for Taylor. That moves Tevens out to the wing on the near side when Taylor gets the ball back offensively. Waltz sends it out of play. And here comes the first sub of the afternoon for Concordia. It'll be Megan Schultz, number 11, with a heavy knee brace on that right knee.
On for Concordia, number 11, Megan Schultz.
Still no shots for the Cardinals, but they needed just one to defeat top team Spring Arbor earlier this week. They had just 3 in the contest, but they made 1 in the first half count. And that ended up being the difference up in SAU. Lehman passes between the legs of Lewis back to her teammate Waltz. Raina Williams dancing forward with it. Maneuvering to her left. And the long pass will stay. Did it go in? Oh no, it went off the feet of Mueller of Concordia. And Lindley, too, throws it in and lets Tevens go run after it. Mueller trying to cut Tevens off, and she does. And now she'll rotate and send it back up the near side. Waltz rides Lewis into the path of the ball, and it deflects out off of Lewis's shin. And Waltz will throw it in for Taylor. No score, 24 minutes left to go in half one. A throw into Waltz, or excuse me, from Waltz into Martinez. And then Waltz will throw it in. Over Tevens' head, but headed down and away by Mackenzie Ron of Concordia. Waltz throws it in. Ron steps in front of Tevens, but it goes right back to Waltz. Into the box it goes, deflected back near side to the feet of Tevens by Concordia. Aaron moves to her right, sending a pass into the box, headed out. It looked like Adrian Woodruff. Torin back into the box. Nobody on side for Taylor, and it's easily caught by the keeper, Anna Roman. Four shots for Taylor, 1 on goal. It's been stopped by Anna Roman. But Taylor's best chance has a foul called against Davis. 4th foul against Taylor in half one. But the best chance for the Trojans, they sent a cross that went off the post. On the inside of the post that went right back out, right past the flying Ali Claudio. And Concordia was able to clear it away then and avoid disaster. Ball bouncing around in the center circle, playing it back over her head is Sophia Bell. Williams, the big kick, trying to get away from Goldchuck. Will push it ahead to Lewis, right side of the box. A rising right-footed shot sails over the crossbar on a nice look. Therefore, Concordia, Goldchuck, their leading scorer and assister, with 3 goals and 2 helpers this year. Almost got assist number 3 as she slipped one down to Lewis on the right side of her shoe. First shot of the afternoon for Concordia, and it was a dangerous one. Martinez trying to head it along. Davis tried to throw her foot in there, and Tenzi took it away from her. Davis just across midfield, back to Tevens, then back to the midline where it's fine Danielle Torn. Nice pass, Martinez to Tevens, who continues to dribble up. Up, trying to find 2, could not, still spinning, and 2 picks it up. Into the box goes Lindley, 2, and it's saved. Then putting it back in is Lindley, 2. As Roman made the initial save, it went right back to 2, who put it in, but the flag is in the air, no goal. It's an offside. And we keep the clock rolling. And that really upsets the Taylor fans, as it looked like 2 had scored her 3rd goal of the year and of her career. But the flag was in the air across from us, and so an offside against the Trojans snuffs all that fun out. Massey, hard pass, Davis able to corral it. Torin into space, nobody there in white able to get to it. And now it'll be Concordia trying to send it out of the defensive half. Kiera Savage makes her way towards midfield, ready to check in at the next chance. Martinez pressuring on the defensive side for Concordia. Stevens forces a turnover. Almost got her heel on it was Martinez. Couldn't pick it up cleanly, and Schultz snipes it away. And then Davis comes in and takes Schultz down, and then Schultz will take Davis out as well. Davis unhappy right now, matching the unhappiness from the Taylor fans, and then a hard challenge on the near side. Losing her footing was Bell, and it draws a foul. 5th foul against Taylor here in the opening half. So we approach 20:35 remaining before halftime. Free kick for Concordia. Raina Williams gets her head on it. Waltz gets her foot on it, and she'll pinpoint it up to Lindley 2. 2 maneuvering into Lehman, just across midfield. Whiffs on the pass. Lehman trying to pop back onto it. Wanted to keep working it up to 2, but she had to play it back. And then Lewis came in to steal it away before Martinez takes Lewis's pass away from her. Lehman with a lot of space. Davis has got to hit the brakes so she's not offside. Right side, here comes Riley Massey. 5'10 defender galloping and gliding up that right side. It goes off of her back heel, but Massey scampers on it quickly enough to prevent it from rolling out of play. Pass from Torrin, deflected, and then it goes off the bottom of the shoe of Hannah Davis. And with 19:40 remaining before halftime, coming in for the first time will be Kiera Savage.
Now on for the Cardinals, number 15, Kiera Savage.
Second sub of the first half for Concordia. The Trojans have used 1. That's Hannah Martinez. As Kendra Lewis comes off, she has the only shot of the opening half for Concordia. As Massey tries to hold it in the Taylor attacking half as they shoot on the goal to our left. Far sideline, Massey. Still on the right side of the field, Torrin. Wanted to find Stevens. Taylor still able to hold it in. Lehman right foots one forward. Skyward, Martinez boxing things out. Ball falls to the turf, unable to clear it cleanly. First was Concordia. Now they'll try to get it away with Schultz. Long pass all the way through the center circle. Williams, that's Raina Williams, left foots one back for Taylor towards their goal to the left. Well, Stevens hops into the air. Right ball finds the feet of Lindley, too. She'll sidestep to her right. Now she'll go behind her feet, loses her footing, and then a foul is called right before 2 could accelerate once again. 2 will find Stevens near the top of the box. Back heel flick. Defensive help comes. Stevens will let one go as she's taken down inside the box. And Roman with another save, but her throw out is almost taken away by 2. I don't know how Erin Stevens got that shot off with so much juice, but she did. And Roman had to hop in the air slightly to haul in the shot. Still 0-0, but Taylor has put 2 shots on goal so far. Roman has stopped both of them. Here comes Goldchuck racing through the Taylor D. Massey accelerating, trying to beat her to the ball. Goldchuck will send one high and wide of the near side post on the goal to our right. And Megan Williams will drive it back into play as Goldchuck has found a way to slip through a couple different Taylor defenders today and make her way onto the goal. So 2 shots for Concordia. Taylor with 5. They've put 2 of them on frame. And they had that one that went off the post. And the pass sent over everybody's heads. Megan Williams, the Taylor keeper, calls everybody off. As we dip below 17 minutes to play before halftime. 0-0 between Taylor and Concordia. Both teams come in 3-1 in this non-conference matchup. Good physical play by Stropich to get the ball away. Williams got back to her feet and cut off the pass. Here comes Lindley, too. She'll usher Ron out of the way and then sprint towards the near sideline. Can't get there before it goes off of 2's foot. And Concordia will throw it in. Amay Suzuki about to come in for Concordia as well. Throwing for the Cardinals to the end line and out. And a Williams goal kick upcoming. Here come the subs. Morgan Orm in for the Trojans. she'll go and get Hannah Davis. As we mentioned, May Suzuki, she replaces whom? That's going to be number 22, Victoria Tenzi.
Now for the Trojans, number 17, Morgan Horn.
Or make it Stroh pitch, excuse me. Each team with a couple of subs. Lehman trying to beat Lentz to the ball. And the newcomer Suzuki will be sent down to the turf by one of the Taylor midfielders. 15 and a half minutes before halftime, 0-0 our score. Goldchuck volleying it back to the box with Waltz right on her. Goes over Dempsey's head. Coming out is Williams. She'll fumble it, trying to run away from Massey, who's got to take the ball away. Can't clear it. Near the top of the box. Shot is blocked by Dempsey. And she'll try to head it away. It bounces back into the box. Knocking it down. Shot was blocked by Massey on the Suzuki try. So a couple of shots there by Concordia, both blocked by Taylor. Orm. Maneuver to pass away by Tenzi. Now Tenzi gets it back. Far sideline, Suzuki. And Lehman knocks her off the path. Here comes Tevens, and she can really scoot. Tevens finds two in the middle of the field, and she'll pass it to her. Two knocks it down. A little pop back to Martinez. She's got Tevens in the middle, trying to set Tevens in. Tevens around the goal, and it goes wide as Tevens trying to pop it on past Anna Roman, the keeper. Sixth shot of the opening half, and Tevens has got 4 of them for Taylor. As Laura Claddy enters the fun, she replaces Jordan Lehman at the midfield.
Now for the Trojans, number 20, Lauren Claddy.
Tevens trying to come up from behind on Goldchuck and take it away. And then Goldchuck will bash it in deep to the attacking half for Concordia. The only one there right now, Raina Williams of Taylor. Right-footed pass to Waltz. In the triangle formation, Claddy goes back to Raina Williams. Torin. Across the midline to Martinez. Moves back to her right to get away from trouble. A bouncing pass finds Orm's feet. Wanted to fake to her left, go back to her right. Said she'll bash it towards Tevens' direction. Cut off as Concordia tries to clear it away. But Martinez holds it in for Taylor. Wanted to find two in space. Could not. Torin holds it in once again for Taylor, just about 10 yards inside midfield. Woodruff accelerating up the numbers on the far side of the field. And a long pass finds the feet of Goldchuck. Turned away momentarily, but Concordia still able to hold it in with Kira Savage off the bench. Ron, Waltz and Claddy both there. And Claddy deflected away, and then it'll be picked up by her teammate Hannah Martinez. Two had it 5 yards inside midfield. She'll jump onto it. Back to Waltz, who rolls over that right shoulder up the near side. She's got two streaking forward, and she'll find it. Two with one defender to beat. Just outside the box, here comes two. To her right, to the far side, wide open, Orm, who kicks it right at the keeper, Roman. Third stop for Roman on the afternoon. As Taylor continues to test Anna Roman here this afternoon. She comes in allowing just 3 goals on the year, and she stopped 30 of the shots she's facing for today. Ball near the top of the box. Orm trying to get on there first, kicked away, dangerously close to the goal by Woodruff. It goes wide across the end, off over the end line, and Taylor will have corner number 4 here in half one, again to be taken by the spectacular Erin Tevens. Erin with 4 of the Trojans' shots today. 2 she's put on goal. All of the shots today have been stopped. All the 3 on goal have been stopped by Concordia. Here's a header by 2, bouncing and easily snared by Roman for save number 4. 11:35 and counting here in the first half. No score. Taylor has dominated possession here. Ball takes a high bounce over both the head of Tenzi of Concordia and Orm of Taylor. It was last touched by a Taylor player, and so Tenzi will throw it in for the Cardinals across from us. They were black this afternoon on a toasty Saturday afternoon in early September. Taylor wearing the home whites. Massey to Orm. Martinez back to Torin on the right side. In the middle of the field, and Tevens had to bounce off of her foot. She's able to regather and work it back to Martinez. Torin, a high one that will be sailing over the crossbar, goes off of the football goalpost crossbar. And Roman will have a goal kick for Concordia as Megan Starkey enters for the Cardinals. She'll replace Megan Schultz.
The Cardinals, number 10, Megan Starkey.
8 shots to 2 for Taylor and Concordia here in the half. 2 elevates, trying to head it back down to Tevens. She took Ron down to the turf with her. 2 working hard. Claddy tried to poke it away from Goldchuck. It goes off of Claddy's foot. And Ron will throw it in along the near sideline for the visiting Cardinals of Concordia. Back heel kick Goldchuck. It pinballs off of both the legs of 2 and Waltz, and then Torin steals it away for TU. Angling to the middle, pass towards the middle. Cut off by Tenzi, trying to clear it away as Tevens was right there. Martinez has it go off of her knee for Taylor, and then 2 almost picked the pocket of Ron. Near sideline, hustling after it was Goldchuck. Couldn't get there before it rolled out of play. That's another throw in for Taylor. Waltz to take it with 9:40 to go before half. 2 trying to work over that left shoulder. Great footwork. Orm calls for it. There's Martinez taken down in the box. Orm shoots to the far side, and it goes in as Morgan Orm gets Taylor on the board with her first goal of 2019. So both 2 and Martinez will get credits for the assist there. 2 was the one that got it in there, and then Martinez worked it along. Orm picked up the loose change inside the box and buried it with a couple of defenders lurking around there. Went to the far side of the goal, and Orm has given Taylor a 1-0 lead. Torin called for the foul as she takes the legs out from underneath Sophia Bell. Fourteenth goal for Taylor this year. Again, they've allowed just 2 this entire season. They've only dropped 1 contest of the year. Scrum near the top of the box. Goldchuck trying to come away with it. Torin knocked it away for Taylor. Claddy will push it to the far side. Then Orm will just bomb it all the way to the other end of the field. Very smart play there from Orm. And Tenzi will throw it in for CU. Throw in goes through a couple different players, finds the feet of Dempsey, goes off the side of Savage for Concordia. And here's Woodruff all the way in the back for the Cardinals. She'll kick it out of play, and Taylor will throw it in with less than 8 minutes to go in the opening half. They lead 1-0 thanks to Morgan Orm's first goal of the season. And there she is, trying to send it to Tevens in the middle. Pass was too short, intercepted by Mueller of Concordia. But the Cardinals can't clear it as Torin holds it in for the Trojans. Quick one-touch pass from Claddy to a high kick, and a foul comes against 13 in white. Madeline Mueller will take this free kick. Defensive side of the field for the Cardinals as we approach 7 minutes remaining in half one. TU on top 1-0. Torin, near side, Claddy, almost taken out by the jumping Ron. Claddy able to keep her feet underneath her. Ron with it back. Here comes 2. And they get Lynn Lee for the foul. Ron left her feet, and now it looks like that'll be 2's last warning, it looks like, from our head official. Foul number 8 against Taylor here in the first half. 2 ran into the extended leg of Ron. She pops back up, which is good to see. But Ron went spilling down to the turf. After 2 tried to get a block on that long pass try by Ron. Free kick here, cut off by Martinez of Taylor. To the far side of the field it goes, and Tenzi will throw it in for Concordia. Almost 6 minutes remaining in the opening half, 1-0. The Trojan advantage on the goal by Morgan Orm, assists from 2 in Martinez. And a fancy throw in on the far side by Suzuki. Missing the kick was Savage near the top of the box. Then 2 will drive it in deep. Tevens watching it sail overhead. She'll be the first one to it. She's got 1 defender to beat, trying to work back to the middle. It'll be cut off by the defender Woodruff. And if she doesn't get to that ball, Tevens can go 1-on-1 with Roman. Instead, Concordia will try to get it out of the defensive half. Waltz will pop it away from Golchuk. And Concordia will throw it in. Nice play by Waltz, the defender. Right shouldering it forward is Williams. 1 touch to the middle, placed by 2. And then Tevens will send it in deep. Orm with inside position on Tenzi, trying to cut her off. Orm looking for her second goal of the afternoon, and it's denied by a leaping and stretching Roman of Concordia. 5th save of the opening half for Roman, and that was her best one so far. Less than 5 minutes separating us before halftime. 5th corner of the afternoon for Taylor. They've had all the corners here in the opening half. Tevens from the far side. Right foot in. Massey trying to track it. Heads it on, and Roman dives and stops it before it could sneak in on the far side of the post. 7th shot on goal for Taylor as Concordia goes racing forward. Claddy trying to mark up Ron. She'll deal it off to Bell just inside midfield. Pass into space. It's easily taken by Taylor's Laura Claddy. Martinez's pass deflected. And Ron scoops it up. Stepping over the ball is Bell and letting it roll cleanly to Allison Lentz. Knocked down Suzuki. Massey right there on her hip before Suzuki deals it away. Orm. Nice little play to get away from trouble. She'll pass it on to the speedy Tevens, who's got 2 in the middle. Tevens trying to send it to her. It goes off the defender and out of play. And corner number 6 of the first half upcoming here, as Tevens had a good chance to show off the wheels a lot here in the opening almost 45 minutes. 1-0 the Taylor advantage, thanks to the young lady who will take the corner on the far side of the field. Shooting on the goal to our left, it's Morgan Orm. Right hand in the air, right foot into the ball. A low screamer. Martinez tried to deflect it on. She'll lose her footing, still loose before it's cleared away out of the box by Woodruff of Concordia. Massey will throw it in for Taylor. She scored in the game last Saturday for Taylor. Into the cutting Torin. Wanted to work back to her left, but sent away, and a high kick. Presumably a foul will be called against Torin as she ran into Woodruff, who was trying to drive it away. Foul number 9 against Taylor here in the opening half. But they're ahead right now 1-0. .233 and counting here in half 1. Morgan Orm's goal, the difference right now. As Dempsey will knock it out of play for Taylor, Concordia will throw it in. And Suzuki will be the one to take it. She flipped it in last time. She backs up here and tries to get the space. We'll see if she does it again. And she will. And she'll fling that one into the box. Goes off the right hip of Dempsey. Left-footed away by Claddy. Ron wants to shake away from the pesky Lindley, too. Steps right in and takes it right off of her foot. Plays it back in. Taylor screams for a foul that won't come. Trying to support their teammate Lindley, too. As both she and Ron have jostled for position numerous times here in this first half. Pass sent away, out of bounds, across the end line, and Megan Williams will have the goal kick for TU. Two heads it into space. Cloudy has her header go off the back of Two's head. And then Dempsey will throw her head on it for good measure. How about another header? This one from Golchuk. Waltz uses her foot. Spinning in the circle is Martinez. Up to 2. Far side, Orm. And she'll be able to race after it. But too far for her to get to as we hit a minute remaining here in the opening half. Concordia throw in. Torin heading it for Taylor. And time will be called as Torin might have collided with a Concordia player. That's why play was stopped. So a drop for Taylor. They'll kick it back to the keeper, Roman, and that should just about do it for the opening half of play. As Roman takes her time, a skip and a punt with 36 seconds separating us before the halftime break. Dempsey to Orm for Taylor far side. Back to Dempsey, intended for it, but it was intercepted by Suzuki. 19 seconds left in the first half. Massey, Martinez, fighting through trouble, but it's taken away
10,
by Bell.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
The countdown is on,
2, 1.
and that'll put a bow on the opening half of play. Taylor scores in about the 35th minute on Morgan Orm's first tally of the season, assisted by Martinez in 2, and after 45 minutes of play, it's Taylor 1, Concordia nothing. We're back with the BSN Sports halftime stats after this here on the Trojan Sports Network.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from manufacturers such as Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland. Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
The decision you're making is about so much more than where you'll spend the next 4 years. It's about how you'll live the next 40. So let me break down the Taylor University experience. We integrate faith and learning to become well-rounded, lifelong learners, while delivering a deeper knowledge of our specific areas of study. Whether you're producing award-winning films, building satellites for NASA, or preparing for a national ethics debate, Taylor will push you to excel in your field. But excellence isn't always about having the right answers. Sometimes it's about asking the right questions. Taylor is interdenominational. That means we can't always fall back on specific church doctrine to settle issues. We rely on Scripture and the dynamic nature of iron sharpening iron to better know the God who's not afraid of our question. Much of this happens in the small town of Upland, Indiana, the place where Taylor does life together. But don't let this small town fool you. The schedule is packed with things to do, and through these activities, faculty, staff, and students become more than individuals occupying the same address. They become a community. But this community isn't limited to the campus. We travel, boy do we travel. We are ranked as one of the top 10 schools in the country for overseas experiences. But it isn't just about the going. It's about the sharing of those experiences and being challenged by those who come to Upland as their international experience. Taylor is one of a few Christian colleges that expects all students to have a relationship with Jesus Christ. Now, this doesn't mean Taylor is a Christian Disneyland, full of cardboard cutout perfection. Taylor is full of real people with real problems, and living together can get kind of messy. But in that mess, we take Jesus' call from John 13 seriously. We practice picking up our towel and dealing with the mess in each other's lives. We're not here just to follow the rules for 4 years. Instead, we hope to learn to live authentic lives, calling each other to lives of meaning. Every day, our focus remains on the 40, not just the 4. We'd love to show you more about Taylor. Come visit, sit in on a class, go to chapel, spend a night in a residence hall. Experience the difference for yourself.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria. It's our taste. Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 6 different levels of membership for you to choose from. You can join for as low as $100, all the way up to the athletic director level for $1,500. Each level receives premiums, complimentary season tickets, as well as gifts from the athletic department. Members also receive special recognition during halftime of the annual Silent Night game. In recent years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics, like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to athletics.taylor.edu and search Trojan Club. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University's student athletes.
Since opening in the late 1980s, the Maddox Family Dental Center has been focusing on providing the highest quality dental care for their patients. Children to adults can receive a full-service treatment to meet their dental needs. The Maddox Family Dental Center has 2 locations in Hartford City and Dunkirk and always welcomes new patients. The Maddox Family Dental Center, a proud corporate partner of Taylor University Athletics.
Your heart, well, your heart is everything to you and your body, and its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH. From our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise. At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place at MGH.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from manufacturers such as Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria. It's our taste.
Since opening in the late 1980s, the Maddox Family Dental Center has been focusing on providing the highest quality dental care for their patients. Children to adults can receive a full-service treatment to meet their dental needs. The Maddox Family Dental Center has 2 locations in Hartford City and Dunkirk and always welcomes new patients. The Maddox Family Dental Center, a proud corporate partner of Taylor University Athletics.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from manufacturers such as Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
And we're back here at Turner Stadium. Glad you are joining us here once again. 1-0 the Taylor lead. The second half underway. And again, like the Trojans have throughout the first 4 games of the year, they make the switch in goal at half. Lauren Camerano, the senior out of Massachusetts, who doesn't know this yet, but her favorite football team just made a big signing. She's a big New England Patriots fan. Antonio Brown going to the Patriots after being released by the Oakland Raiders earlier today. So I'm sure Lauren will be very excited for that after she gets done with this soccer contest here today. Goldchuck just outside the box, curls one well wide of the near side post. Second shot for Goldchuck on the afternoon. Concordia had just 2 shots in that opening half. Taylor with 12, including 7 on goal. Morgan Orm with the only goal of the afternoon, as she was assisted by Lindley, too, and Hannah Martinez. It was Morgan's first goal of the season. And Taylor leading 1-0 here. 2 teams have switched sides as the starters back out there for the Trojans. Massey, who fixes her headband. Massey, Dempsey, Raina Williams, Waltz on the back line. Your midfielders, Torrin 2, Lehman and Torrin. Davis, Claudio, and Tevens, the Trojan forwards. A lot of cloud cover has rolled in here this afternoon as a lot of folks starting to reach for their jackets and their hooded sweatshirts. It was pretty toasty when that sun was out here to start, but it has calmed down in a big way, or cooled down in a big way here since the clouds have rolled in. Those halftime stats, of course, brought to you by BSN Sports. Taylor shooting on the goal to our right here in the second half. Concordia on the goal to our left. They are in black, are the Cardinals, with red numbers and red letters trimmed in white. The Trojans, meanwhile, home white jerseys and shorts, purple numbers, purple letters with the gold trim. Hannah Dempsey heads it away on the Kendra Lewis throw-in. Claudio tried to punch it to the middle of the field, and Hannah Davis. Here comes Kendra Lewis. In space near side, Massey accelerating, the former Ohio State champion. And she'll force Stripovich out of the way. And then Massey throws it in to Lehman. Taylor operating from the defensive half of the field. Massey up to her sophomore classmate, Tevens, who can really fly. Not enough time to get to the ball there before Mueller sends it in deep. Then Taylor sends it towards the attacking third. Mueller, far side of the field where Waltz will pounce on it for Taylor. A long pass up to Claudio. Back to the trailing two. Too slow for her to get to was that rolling pass. To the end line it goes, having to hustle to it to save it. And it just saves it before it goes across the end line with Mackenzie Ron. The right outside back for Concordia. Pass by Kendra Lewis off the toe of Taylor's Hannah Waltz. And Concordia will throw it from the defensive half as they go from right to left. Two-handed throw in by Ron. 2, back to Dempsey. Dempsey measuring, and she'll send one in deep. She'll let Claudio run after it. Claudio trying to get boxed out. It's going to go off of the defender Ron's foot. It looked like from up here, but they'll call it off of Claudio, and it's a goal kick upcoming for Concordia. And they're actually going to call a foul against Claudio. It'll be the 11th one against Taylor. They had 10 in the first half. And a low goal kick from just inside the end line is Concordia's. Out of bounds by Concordia. Quick throw in by the Trojans. Claudio wants to spin over that right shoulder. It's taken away by Ron of Concordia, who then clears it up the far side to Goldchuck, who the offense has been running through all afternoon for Concordia. The ball goes off of her foot, and Waltz will throw it in for Taylor on the sideline across from us. Torrin, push from behind, keeps trucking along. Pass in the middle, goes off of the heel of one of the Concordia defenders, but now she goes down to the turf, slow to get back up. Still in the middle of the field, and now play will be stopped with 40 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in the second half. We'll pause momentarily as the athletic training staff comes out onto the field. So it was Adrian Woodruff who had a lower body injury. She will get off the field underneath her own power, under her own power. It'll be it'll be Allison Lentz who comes in to replace her, it looks like. Mega Suzuki, the one who is now in there for Concordia. Came in as a sub in the first half, comes in a little bit earlier here to go replace the injured Woodruff. But again, good news, Woodruff was able to walk off under her own power, and she's being attended to by the Taylor Sports Medicine staff. Almost 6 minutes gone here in half number 2. Taylor on top 1-0. A nice spinning move by Mueller to get it away from the pesky Hannah Davis, and then Stevens takes it right away from Tenzie. She'll work back to her left, just outside the box. Wanted to work it on to Davis. It was too far for her, deflected off of a defender, and went right to the waiting arms of Roman, who scooped it up off the turf for Concordia. Two. Wanted Stevens, could not get to her. Trapovic circling away, and Massey closes in on her. Massey will cut right in front of her and steal the ball away. And then Massey goes down to the turf. It goes off of Massey, and Strapovic will throw it in. Into Goldchuck, who wants to shake away from Dempsey and does. Williams coming in to help from behind, who blocks the shot of Goldchuck. Lehman working along near side Davis. One touch to the middle, and Stevens a touchdown into space. She's got two in front of her. Now she'll work to her left. Claudio circling. Two's right there in front as well. It's deflected back, and Stevens will pick it up for Taylor along the left side of the field. Up to Lindley Chu just outside the box, who has one assist at 8 to the end line, trying to center it. But it'll go just wide as Chu is really, really, really good. Goal kick to be taken by Mueller, just like she has for the majority of the day. 1-0 Taylor lead on the Orm tally back in the first half. Claudio trying to throw her shoulder in there. It's sent away to the near side. Davis will be the first one onto it for Taylor. With no real pressure behind, Lehman circling in front, and she'll pass it to her to Davis. Back to Davis from Lehman. Right edge of the box, fakes to her left, dancing to her right. Davis playing it backwards, and she'll find Lehman at the top corner of the box. Left foot in the middle, there's Torin. A high one just over the crossbar and out of play. Fourth shot of the afternoon for Torin, the 13th one for the home team Taylor. Mueller far side of the field. On the goal kick, knocked around, and Two will scoop up the loose change. Nice pass, lets Davis run after it on the right edge of the box. Davis inside, back to the middle it goes. Weak side is there, and it goes off the outside of the goal as Claudio was there on the backside. Stevens was in the middle, couldn't get to it in time. Claudio just hit it wide on the outer part of the goal, and Taylor's lead remains 1-0. A quick strike offense here for Taylor, and they've gotten close a couple of times today. That try was their best one here of the second half. Claudio switching the point of attack, or wanting to from the far side to the near side. Tenzie wanted to clear it. Massey held it in, and now here's another nice ball right on the button to the cutting Davis on the end line. Back to Lehman, over too far for her to get to. Massey will try to hold it in, and she will. Torin wanted to work back to her right, taken away by Strapovic, right off of Torin's toe. And the ball finds the feet of Goldchuck for Concordia. Danielle Torin whistled for the foul behind the play. I don't know. 12th foul against Taylor today. They're on top 1-0 with just about 35 minutes remaining here in regulation. Concordia, as we mentioned back in the first half, coming off of that monstrous 1-0 win over number 4 Spring Arbor, one of the top teams in the country earlier this week. They try to knock off another Crossroads League foe here on a Saturday afternoon, but right now it's Taylor on top 1-0 thanks to the goal by Orm, her first of the year. Pass intended for Tenzi of Concordia, goes underneath her feet, and Massey will throw it in for TU in front of the Concordia bench. Also good news for Concordia, Woodruff out of the sports medicine tent. And now she'll jog on the near sideline, and hopefully we get to see her back onto the field. Claudio's pass, filled in by Davis, who had to come back to get it. Up the field, right side to Tevens, back to the middle. There's 2, tried to knock it in on a one-touch. Claudio will send it wide as it's punched away by Roman. Claudio trying to go to the upper 90 on the near side of the goal, and Roman leapt high into her left and got the fingertips on it and pushed it away. Second shot of the day for Claudio. 7th corner for Taylor. Comes in from the near side. And just before 2 could get her head on it, Roman went soaring in and punched it away with a right fist. Goldchuck trying to play around Waltz. The 2 jostle. Goldchuck maneuvering to her left. She's got a player in front of her. That's Lewis. Pass too far. Punched away by Dempsey of Taylor. And Goldchuck will chase it down to the far side of the field. Now accelerates to the end line, wanting to center it. It goes across the end line and out of play. And Adrian Woodruff will re-enter here for Concordia. She will go in and get Victoria Tenzi. So good to see Woodruff back onto the field after the lower body injury a couple of moments ago.
Now on for the Cardinals, number 17, Adrian Woodruff.
A goal kick from Camerano. Off the deflection, Strapovic in the middle. Sidesteps away from Williams. Long range shot, easily snagged by Camerano. First shot on goal today for Concordia comes from Isabel Strapovic. And the stop is Lauren Camerano's as she comes in to replace the starter Megan Williams here in the second half. That's the same thing Taylor's done in the first 4 games of the year. Tevens trying to give Davis a go, who sticks behind the D. To the end line goes Davis, right side, back to the middle, and it's snagged out of the air by Roman. As again, it was 2 and Claudio crashing in on a centering try from Hannah Davis. Taylor's done that a couple of different times here in the second half. Just have not been able to put one in just yet, but they do lead 1-0. Throw in Taylor far side. Claudio collides with Ron. The ball rolls out of play, but it goes off of Ron, and Taylor again will throw it in from the defensive half. Waltz looking for help. It comes in the form of Lindley too. And before Torrin could play it on forward, it goes off of Lentz, and T will throw it in across from us. Less than 32 minutes remaining in half number 2. It's a 1-0 Taylor advantage. As Waltz kicks it out of play, and Concordia will throw it in from the defensive half as the sun comes out here behind us. Beautiful Saturday afternoon here in Upland, Indiana. As both these teams, Taylor and Concordia, trying to move to 4-1 on the year. To the end line they go. Claudio blocks a clearing try by Ron. But the Cardinals able to send it up the far side before Waltz redirects it back towards the box. Jumping in is Suzuki. Tevens into the box. Concordia trying to clear it away. They do for the time being. Putnam up the near side. Too far for Strapovic, and Massey will throw it in for Taylor as she gets a rousing ovation from the Taylor faithful. Nice throw in near side to Davis. Lets her get a run after it. Second defender comes in to help, and punching it away will be Mueller. Nice help by Mueller, the defender. Davis was set to throw it in. She'll dump it down and let Massey have the honor. Massey, a soft one into Lehman, deflected off a couple of different players, and it goes off of Lehman, and Suzuki with a good pressure there will throw it in. Torrin heads it back to where it came from, out of play, and Suzuki will throw it in once again. Dempsey intercepts the pass just outside of midfield. Across the center circle to the far side. Waltz moves back to her right. A slide tackle from Concordia pushes away right to Golchuk. She's surrounded by 3 or 4 Taylor defenders. Massey comes in and clears it away. But a foul will come, it looks like, against Hannah Dempsey, all the way back before Massey was able to clear the ball away from the sprinting Golchuk. 13th foul against Taylor here in the second half, and the Taylor fans have let the referees hear it on every last one of them. Less than 30 minutes to go in half number 2. Concordia with a free kick from the middle of the field by Mueller. It'll be 14 yards inside. They trail by 1. Punched away by Camerano, then redirected in right to where Camerano was standing. A punch on the free kick by Camerano. Couldn't get it away cleanly, and it redirected, thankfully for her and Taylor, right exactly where she was standing. She'll drop kick this one with some help from Waltz forward. Almost to the foot of Lindley, too. She'll just muscle her way through. A perfect pass, and lets Davis go run after it. Right edge of the box, Davis looks up. She'll dump it back to the middle. Right there, and it's O's with a crossbar by Tevens, and Taylor a hair away from going up 2-0. Three subs on for the Trojans, all forwards. Kate Kortenhoven, Emma Walsh, and Morgan Orm. Hannah Davis, Erin Tevens, and Allie Klonjo get a breather. First time we've seen Kortenhoven and Walsh today. Kortenhoven, the left forward. Center forward is Walsh. And Orm is here on the near side, taking Davis' spot. They throw it in to Orm on the near side, trying to shake away from Suzuki. So roll back over that right shoulder, working to her left. Top edge of the box, centering pass. Intended for Walsh, slightly off. Walsh slightly off target. Concordia trying to clear. Here comes Orm holding it in for TU. Muscles her way with Strapovic and keeps the ball at her feet. It deflected on and stopped by a leaning forward Roman, the keeper for Concordia, as that ball took a deflection off the initial path of the pass from Orm. 27:40 left in the second half. It's Taylor 1, Concordia nothing. Torrin's left-footed pass, far side of the field, deflected. She'll play it back in. Kortenhoven had to get back on side, so she couldn't get a good run after it. That allows Mueller to clear it. And in that one, that ball's going to bounce all the way to the baseball field across from us. The almost newly renovated baseball field. Loose ball far side, Torrin towards the box, sent away by Concordia, high in the air, back to where it came from. Torrin heads it backwards for Taylor. Waltz will play it on back to Williams. And then Reyna will jog forward. Long pass from Williams, popped back across the midline by Concordia. Massey up to Walsh. Walsh, a deft move to her left foot. Up the near side of the field, fakes the pass once, and it's poked away as she tried to set things up for TU. Too many defenders in front for her to try to thread it to Kortenhoven. And then just before she could dump it off to 2, it was poked away by the Cardinals of Concordia. Kendra Lewis on this one. Williams, Reyna Williams marking her. Lewis tried to play it through Williams' legs. They both fall down to the turf, both get back up. Try to send away this one into the box. Camerano backing up, and she makes the snag with 1 foot back across the end line, but she made sure the ball did not cross. Second save for Camerano today. And the second shot on goal for Concordia, their 5th shot overall. Near side, Lehman playing it in deep. Orm will go chase after it. Trying to get the ball in the angle. Wanted to play it into the middle. Deflected back, finds the trailing Lehman. A one-touch is deflected across the end line by Woodruff on the Lehman try. Another corner coming up for Taylor, number 8 here this afternoon. So give Olivia Putnam the most recent shot on goal. And Kortenhoven will take this one from the near side corner to the left of the keeper. A low outswinger. And snagged on a hop by Anna Roman, the keeper. Goldchuck carrying it in from the right side for Concordia to the middle. Pass too far for Kendra Lewis, but she's right there before Massey can send it away. The throw in near side for Concordia with 24:38 left to go in the second half. And the Cardinals trailing by 1. Another flip from Suzuki, and she throws it in near side. Still loose in the box, headed on, then Dempsey finally gets away from trouble. Knocking it into the air, trying to send it back into the fray was Ron, and then Waltz will send it over everyone's head back to the defensive side of the field for Taylor. A sub comes in for Concordia. That'll be number 15, Kiera Savage. And she will replace Isabel Stropich. (16-5), the Taylor shot advantage. 8-2 on goal. A couple really, really stellar saves from Roman this afternoon have limited the Trojan scoring to just 1. Massey whiffed on the pass, trying to set Orm up on a give and go. Near side of the field is Goldchuck. She's been the point for the offense all day. Gets it back near side. Massey steps in front and clears it away, and Goldchuck will get called for the foul. Massey was ready to take the free kick a couple different times. Now has to reset, and she'll send it forward. Torin heading it forward. Into the box it goes. Roman calls off her defender, Mueller. And it's going to be a punt here from 34 in orange. Bell. Forward for Concordia. Nice find to Goldchuck. She sidesteps from Massey. Raina Williams waiting for it. Goldchuck still going. It got a shot off, and it goes off the fingertips of Camerano and into the goal to tie the game at 1 with 22:30 remaining here in this second half. Third time's the charm for Goldchuck. Her third shot of the day goes in, and our game match tied at 1. Lindley 2 out for Taylor. Hannah Martinez in to give her a breather. Still plenty of time left, but now Goldchuck comes out for Concordia. And she has her hands on top of her head, looks like trying to catch her breath. So we'll see if Taylor can respond here. They've had a couple of different tries to get their second goal of the afternoon. Now they need it here to prevent overtime. And a corner again for Taylor, their 9th. Kortenhoven will take it from the near side. Massey right there, and Taylor back in front as Kortenhoven put it on a dime, and Massey headed it home, and just in the blink of an eye, Taylor goes back in front less than a minute after Concordia had tied the match at 1. First point of the year for Kortenhoven. And Massey gets goal number 3. (22:30) the goal time for Goldchuck. On a really nice try that was just out of the reach of Camerano, got her fingertips on it. But then Massey heads it in from Kortenhoven. And Taylor with a 1-goal clearance once again, 2-1. 17 shots today for Taylor, 9 of them on the frame, and 2 have found their way past Anna Roman. Waltz to throw it in. Once Walsh, cut off before he gets to Walsh. And cleared away by Woodruff before it got across the end line, preventing another Taylor corner. Second or third goal of the year for Riley Massey, ties her for the team high with Ali Claudio. Martinez tied up and a foul comes. Fourth foul of the afternoon by Concordia. And this is a dangerous spot for the Cardinals as Martinez was impeded on the very far corner edge of the box. Taylor cashed in on their most recent set piece. The 10-yard mark-off begins. Waltz will take it for TU again. Corner of the box, about 5, maybe 4 yards out. On the goal to our right will come into the right of Roman. Waltz gets it in. Roman docks it down, then finally gets her left paw on it before Torin can knock in the rebound. Roman dove to her right, stopped it, but did not stop the ball cleanly, didn't catch it cleanly. Then just put that left hand out and just knocked the ball right down before Torin could get on top of it and put it in. Still a 2-1 Taylor lead, but again, like we talked about before the Concordia goal by Goldchuck and before the Massey go-ahead goal, Taylor's been knocking on the door a lot here this second half. They just have not been able to get that second goal before Massey headed in the corner from Kortenhoven. Less than 20 minutes remaining here in the second half. Orm right on the back of Sophia Bell, who dribbles up the near side. Trying to ditch Orm, she cannot. Then Bell pokes it away. Taylor with the throw in near sideline. Close to the attacking third for Taylor. Trojans out front 2-1. And Orm will give it on back to Massey, who backs up onto the concrete to get a little more of a head start. A skip and a throw. Once Torin goes over her head, headed back out into space, Massey will jump on it and left-footed back in towards the box. Deflected away, out by Concordia, and Taylor will throw it in once again along the near side of the field. Walsh leaps into the air, thought it went to her left. It actually went back to her right. Orm holds it in with her left hip to the middle of the box. Martinez circling back into the box. Walsh there. Martinez, a left-footed volley, goes wide left. Martinez came in as the team's leader in shots. Megan Schultz in for Concordia. Back in as Goldchuck as well, Samantha Goldchuck. They replace Kendra Lewis, does Goldchuck, and Sophia Bell exits. $18 minutes remaining here in half number 2. It is a 2-1 Taylor lead thanks to the third goal of the year by Riley Massey. Torin heads it down, trying to work it to Martinez. Walsh comes in, and her deflection will find the feet of her teammate Hannah Dempsey. Taylor shooting on the goal to our right. Dempsey carrying forward. Right footing near side to Orm. Circling around into space. Orm with some room to work. Back in, wide of the near side post and behind it. And a goal kick upcoming for Concordia. So our 2 goals here in the second half, separated by a minute. Concordia tied it on Goldchuck's tally, her team leading 4th of the year. But less than a minute later, the Trojans strike. And they go back in front, 2-1. On the corner by Kortenhoven, and Massey headed her home. Williams forward. Kortenhoven left foots it high. Walsh tracking it. Bounces down towards the box. It goes. Walsh couldn't get to it before Woodruff sent it away for Concordia. There's Goldchuck again as she circles back, and she'll start the offense again for the visiting Cardinals of Concordia. Martinez takes it away now. She's got a run going left side. Martinez moves to her left around one defender. Long range shot blocked in the box. Taylor looks for a handball. And it looks like it will not come. They'll say it hit the shoulder or something. but not the hand either way. It's out of bounds, end line, 10th corner for Taylor. Kortenhoven far side this time. And it's deflected on and in! It's in, and Taylor leads 3-1, and that one might go to Kortenhoven as it pinballed around. Missing the dive was Roman, and it found its way into the back of the net, and Taylor's got some insurance, up 3-1 with 16-14 remaining in the contest.
Scored by number 14, Kate Kortenhoven.
Megan Starkey in for Concordia. We might have to go back to the tape on that one and review it. It's either a goal for Kate Kortenhoven or her second assist of the afternoon, because she kicked it in from that far side corner. Missing the dive was the keeper, Roman. Then it knocked around a couple times. I wasn't sure up here from our vantage point if any of the Taylor players got their foot on it, but judging by their reaction, that's kind of what you do in those situations, particularly in a big scrum. You kind of just look to see who the girls or the guys go celebrate with, and they all went right to Kortenhoven. So that's what makes me think that nobody inside the box for Taylor got their foot on it. Martinez to Waltz, in deep, wanting Walsh. Cut off nicely by the right hip of Mueller. Here's the far side, Kortenhoven. A goal and an assist to her name today. The game-tying assist and the insurance goal. Wanted to pass it in from the left side. It was blocked. She'll pass it back in this time cleanly. Leaping and heading away was Mackenzie Ron. And Waltz tried to dial one up from long distance. It goes high and wide across from us. The starting forward line back in for Taylor. Claudio, Tevens, and Davis. They go get Orm, Walsh, and Kortenhoven, who will surely get a rousing ovation when she makes her way to the near side of the field. Coming back in for Concordia as well is Victoria Tenzi, along with one other player as well. Looked like it was just Tenzi for Harkins. 14-10 left to go in this one. Taylor on top 2-1 thanks to two different plays by Kate Kortenhoven. She sent in a corner from the near side of the field on the goal to our right. Riley Massey headed it home, and then it looks to be Kortenhoven is the one that got the insurance with a corner from the far side of the field. On the goal to our right. Claudio trying to slip away from the D, could not, as she had Ron right in her back pocket. Taken away and cleared away by Concordia. This one sent skyward by Taylor. Martinez trying to track it with the setting sun behind us, not affecting her gaze. Here's Tevens in the middle. Pass wanted for Davis, intercepted by the fresh legs of Tenzi off the bench. A challenge from Massey. Suzuki slipping away, back to her right. Suzuki back into space, pass off target. Dempsey, Johnny on the spot for Taylor. Near sideline pass to Davis. Wanted to go to her right, goes to her left, and Lehman, who works it forward to Tevens. But a big touch off of the left foot of Tevens, out of play, and Concordia will throw it in, trailing by 2 with almost 13 minutes left to go in this one. And we'll move Tenzi back a little bit, about 5 yards outside of midfield along the near side of the field. Massey heading it up. Tevens jostled from behind. Taylor looks for a foul. That will not come. Martinez dancing around the ball, works it back to Massey, who touches one to Lehman, who finds Torin in tight quarters. Near sideline pass Davis. Fakes the pass to the cutting Tevens and works back to her left. Massey cut off. Torin will circle it up. Tevens will knife it in around traffic. But it's deflected down and sent away by Madeline Mueller of Concordia. Back on the back line for the Cardinals. Here's Riley Massey, or excuse me, Raina Williams, backline member for Taylor. And the pass deflected in the middle by Tenzi. Mueller sends it away before Martinez could try to take it away from her. Schultz into space. Coming from the backside is Claudio, a touch to Torin. Here comes Taylor on a counter. Up the middle to Tevens. Back over Martinez's head. Left foot's one back to the crafty Hannah Waltz. Schultz far sideline. Deep pass over everyone's heads into the goal. Camerano calls them all off and scoops it up with less than 12 minutes to go here in the second half, and Taylor leading Concordia 3-1. Torin heading it backwards. Tevens trying to show off the wheels. Ron got to it first. Tried to play it away, then she and Claudio almost ran into each other. Ron tried to clear it away. Here comes Alana Rakes for the first time this afternoon. Sophia Bell in for Concordia as well, as Rakes will go in to get Lehman. And Putnam will exit for Concordia. First time we've seen the freshman Alana Rakes this afternoon. And the ball deflected off the pass. Here's Martinez from way outside. Pulls it to the left with a left foot to the near side corner. And a goal kick upcoming for Concordia as we approach 10.5 minutes remaining in the second half. Another stat-stuffing day offensively for Taylor. They have outshot Concordia 21-6, including 11-3 on goal. They've outscored the Cardinals here this afternoon 3-1. Davis has to go off of her foot. Tenzi will throw it in the defensive half for CU. Rakes off her left knee. Knocks it down to Torin. Try to thread it on through to Claudio. Just a little bit too far for Claudio's reach with the left boot. And Roman will send it back into play for Concordia. This one hits the turf, spinning over that left shoulder Goldchuck. Waltz will take it away from her. Wanted to find Claudio far side, but the pass was intercepted. The pass comes into Camerano, sends it out of her goal box to our left, or the penalty area to our left, I should say. Kendra Lewis and Allison Lentz, along with Isabel Stropich, back in for Concordia. And Danielle Torin will exit. She'll be replaced by the freshman A.C. Hardy. Big brother Sam made the drive down with his wife, who's a Taylor grad as well, from the Wheaton area to watch today's contest. Older brother Owen, the sophomore on the men's soccer team, had a big result last night. They tied top 5 Madonna last night on the road. Claudio hustling back, cuts off the pass intended for Ron. Could not keep it from rolling out of play on the far side of the field, and Concordia will throw it in. And they'll do that one again as the two subs will come in. Laura Claddy will make her make an appearance here in the second half. And Olivia Putnam back in for Concordia. Hannah Dempsey will exit. So a pair of Colorado natives will replace each other in the Taylor lineup. And Waltz will heave it forward for Claudio. Nice throw, and Claudio will come back to get it. Pass forward, blocked, right back to her. She'll send it on to Martinez. Claudia on the back line. Up to the midfielder, Hardy. Lentz threw her foot out there. They're still able to work it to the corner, and Davis, using that speed, knocks it down. Davis, back to Rakes. Over that right shoulder, just outside the box. Rakes left-footed in to the box, sent away momentarily. Taylor trying to hold it in, but a good clearance by Concordia. Goes off the forehead of Waltz, who's got to put her protective headband back on. Now she'll just play with it as she carries it in her left hand. Left side of the field for Waltz. Off to Martinez. That should give Waltz enough time to put the headband back on. Dump right side from Hardy, top of the box. Pirouetting as Davis almost was able to circle it away, but Tenzie collapsed onto her before she could find some open space. Davis, little fancy little shimmy. Pass too far for Rakes to get to. But Hannah Davis giving the fans down below something to ooh and ah about. Waltz in the middle of the field to Martinez. Missing the pass was Bell, but one of her teammates, that was Mueller, came in to help her from behind. Here's Hardy working hard back, steals the ball back away for Taylor and allows Williams to clear it. That's Raina Williams for Taylor. 6:30 to go in this one. Taylor out front 3-1 over Concordia. They scored less than a minute after Concordia tied it up. And they got the insurance tally from what it looks to be right now, the corner kick from Kate Kortenhoven. From our vantage point, it looked like no one else from Taylor touched the ball in. And judging by the way that the girls reacted, they both all of them went and mobbed Kortenhoven. So as of now, it goes down as Kortenhoven's first goal of the year and also her first assist of the year as well. She assisted on the go-ahead goal on the header from Riley Massey. Tevens plays it back. Deflected away up the far side by Concordia, and Goldchuck pounces on it again. She'll slip around one defender. Claddy coming in to try to help. Goldchuck will race around her. Here comes Hardy racing all the way back, trying to prevent the easy cross. It finds its way in. Lewis loses it. She falls on top of it. No handball is called. It still worked around. Back to the top of the box. A rising shot will go into the upper 90 with 5:20 remaining in this one on the goal scored by number 16, Olivia Putnam. That was a clearly looking handball from up here as Lewis slipped, fell down on top of the ball, hit her forearm. Our official saying it didn't hit her forearm, it said it hit her back, but it definitely looked like from up here that she fell on top of it and it hit her forearm, which should have been a handball inside the box. Instead, the Kortenhoven tally looking even larger now as Taylor's lead cut down to 1 with 5:10 remaining in the second half as Concordia trying to knock off their second Crossroads League foe in as many tries. Lewis sends it in deep. That whole goal scoring opportunity started by the dynamic Samantha Goldchuck. So now Taylor has to lock in here. Leading by 1, trying to win their 4th contest of the season. Rakes to Claudio. Off the deflection on the right foot of Aaron Tevens of TU. Waltz, a hard volley back in. Catches the forehead of Woodruff, sends it straight into the sky. Bell out to the far side of the field, too far for Goldchuck of Concordia. And Claudio spins on the left side for Taylor after taking the pass from Hannah Waltz. Claudio back to Hardy. Pass way over the head of the Big Rapids, Michigan native Hannah Davis. 3:45 left in this one. As Tenzie throws it in. Intercepted or poked away by Davis and Massey. Going back to Hardy. Fakes to her left, then darts off to her right. Curling it back to the box. She'll let Claudio go to run through it on the backside. Hahn couldn't clear it. Claudio just overran it. And now the two are in a foot race far side. Claudio comes in. Hahn falls down. Claudio takes it right away as play continues. Now time will be stopped as Hahn is slow to get back up on the far side of the field. It was a dangerous ball because the ball was resting right next to her head. Claudio, with no one on top of her, swept it away. And the clock stops with 3:16 remaining here in the second half, and Taylor leading 3-2. The sports medicine staff out to check on the Concordia player.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from manufacturers such as Bridgestone, Firestone,
The injured player, Mackenzie Ron, exits replaced by Suzuki. Free kick Waltz right at the arms and the hands of the waiting Roman, who makes her 8th save of the afternoon, or make it her 9th save of the afternoon. And the Taylor lead 3-2. After the goal by Putnam, after what looked to be a handball by Kendra Lewis, who slipped right in front of the goal, fell on top of the ball, but our head official said that it was her back that was on the ball, not her hand. From our vantage point, it looked like a hand or a forearm. And the Kortenhoven goal, even bigger now as the Trojan lead down to 1 with almost 2.5 minutes remaining in this one. Claudio, great help from the front line, steals the ball away. Now she'll carry through the center circle. Wanted to move back to her right. Bell came in and took it away from her. Here's Goldchuck, who's had a hand in every offensive chance today for Concordia. Cloudy misses the kick once, gets it on the second try. Massey forward. Almost 2 minutes left to go in this one. Concordia looking for an equalizing tally here as Lentz moves it in to Goldchuck with Waltz marking her just outside the right edge of the box. Goldchuck back to her left, a challenge from Waltz, who's ditched her headband. It's laying calmly up near the 5 yards inside of midfield. Waltz, or make that Davis, eludes one defender, and now she'll play it through to Tevens and let Tevens go run after it. The speedy sophomore back to her left. She's into the box. She's taken down, and it looks like we're going to have a penalty kick as Tevens went slithering to her left, and the Trojans have a chance to get that insurance tally back thanks to the electrifying Erin Tevens. It'll be the first penalty kick of the year for Taylor. And the senior, Hannah Davis, will be the one to take it. With 1:35 remaining in this one, Taylor leading 3-2. And Davis puts her home. First goal of the year for the senior. Taylor back in front, 4-2 with 95 seconds left as Concordia hustles back to the midfield stripe.
Goal by number 11, Hannah Davis.
And it looks like Concordia will start moving players forward, desperately trying to get a goal here with, again, less than 90 seconds left in this one. Bell curling one back to the middle. Volleyed in over everyone's head. Camerano comes off the line and snatches the bouncing ball. Drop kick from Camerano. Carries well across the midfield. Bell heads it high. Tevens there. Played on back and then sent forward by Tenzi of Concordia. Suzuki wanted to press it forward. Could not. As Raina Williams sends it in with less than a minute to go here in the contest, and Taylor leading by 2. A deflection working for Strapovic. Wall's trying to get back in time. Strapovic will sky it with 38 seconds left. And it'll be a goal kick here for Taylor. As we hit 30 seconds left, Camerata looks at the clock, and she'll slowly walk it forward. She'll take as much time as the referees will allow her to have. She'll play it back in with 16 seconds left. Rakes almost got her leg caught in with Sophia Bell. Suzuki able to come away with it.
9, 8.
And at the far side it goes. And Taylor will win their fourth game of the year in their 5th try. Concordia tied the game with 22:30 remaining in the second half. As Lindley, too, comes down and gives a bear hug to Hannah Davis. But it was Kate Kortenhoven who served in a beautiful ball from the near side corner. Riley Massey headed her home to give Taylor the 2-1 lead. And then it was Kortenhoven's corner from the far side would put Taylor up 3-2. Or 3-1, excuse me. The goal by Putnam made it a 3-2 ball game. And then Tevens went in, got pulled down from behind in the box to draw the penalty kick. Davis put her home, and Taylor goes home tonight winners 4-2. Morgan Orm got Taylor on the board in the first half with her first goal of the year. Special thanks to Michaela Hartley, our camera operator today. We say thank you to you folks tuning in today as well as Taylor wins today's game against Concordia by a final of 4-2 to improve to 4-1 here in 2019. This has been a presentation of Taylor Women's Soccer here on the Trojan Sports Network. Until we talk again, we say good afternoon and have a great weekend here from Upland, Indiana.